Racing here, we live. We didn't get canceled after the first week, so we're back for the second week here, and got a good show lined up for you tonight with Mark Crow, late model driver that's going to be at Oak Level this year, and going to spend some time with him and his crew chief, and as always, my sidekick over here, Mr. Mike Smith. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Good. How you doing, E.C.?
Not too bad, except for this this cold weather. I think we could have did some snowmobile racing over there this weekend.
I tell you, we had a real lucky Saturday. We just happened to get our little event in between the rain and the thunderstorms, and then and the snow. And we come out there this morning, and the track was covered with snow. So it's hard to believe we're supposed to have cars on the track on Friday, but it was snow on the track today.
Well, I hear it's going to warm up as the week goes on, and but that is definitely one of the big topics of the night is the car show, and man, I was up there. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a great event. It exceeded our expectations, I'd have to say. We were just about plumb full. We couldn't fit no more cars there. We couldn't fit no more spectators there. B99.9 FM did a great job promoting the event for us. Sissy's Flea Market did a real good job hosting the event. Canada's Hobby up in Boone's Mill helped us out with the trophies. And again, everybody did a great job. The drivers brought some outstanding cars out. There's a bunch of great-looking new cars that we're going to see this year. They should be commended because it was just outstanding, the quality of the cars that were there and the preparation of winning these cars. And it's always best to see them things before they put them on the dirt because they never quite look as shiny and nice once they start racing in anger.
You see them taking a whole lot of pictures, I noticed the other day, and I guess they want to see them. But you're exactly right. These guys, it's just unbelievable. And you and I have messed with race cars before and know that the work that's involved is just unreal. As far as when you start trying to smooth out two door panels and stuff, and this is taking cars that normally would have been in a salvage yard or whatever and fix them up. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and it was, matter of fact, the car that won Best in Show is a relatively old car. It's been around for several years, and they put a new body on the thing and detailed the heck out of it. Finished painting it at 3 a.m. the morning of the show, and it still smelled like paint. You couldn't touch it, but you could look at it, and it turned out real neat. And it was judged Best in Show. And the car, it's a rookie driver actually. Eldridge Lackey will be driving that car, and it turned out real neat.
It's a Richard Petty looking car, which we will be seeing here in a little bit. Our good folks with Greg Ghost Productions, they put together some video, which we're going to show in just a few minutes. And but these guys were just unreal. Another thing we had going on was as far as the People's Choice, and I noticed that whether it's going around and they could put money in these cups for.
Right. Yeah, that turned out. The Bassett Rescue Squad was the nonprofit organization that we were trying to raise funds for. The Bassett Rescue Squad is at the track every week, and they provide our EMT and ambulance service. And they need funds. It's a nonprofit organization. They need funds to be able to provide the services to the community that they provide. And so we were lucky enough to be able to provide them with a chance to make a little money for them. They had a great food booth going over there at Sissy's, and then each time people voted for a particular car in the People's Choice category, that money went towards the Bassett Rescue Squad, and we raised over $600 just in fan voting for the rescue squad. And in fact, one car alone had over $130 raised in the voting.
And a lot of this stuff was just pocket change too.
We had to count the whole thing in about 20 minutes, and we went as fast as we could. But yeah, it was everything from pennies to there was I think a $100 bill.
$100 bill. Yeah. That is amazing. I tell you, we'll get Roger to roll a little bit of the footage here, and we'll see how some of the cars turned out. It was just these guys, like Mike said, definitely worked hard this past winter, and this was just touching the surface of the ice as far as the cars that was on here, with the ones going to be there, because it went to 3 late models, and because a lot of those guys had other commitments, but right here is this is Brian Collins' car. That was a good looking car.
Yeah, Brian's a rookie moving up to the super stock division, so this is the car that won the Best in Show. This is Eldred Lackey's car. Just a great job on that car.
Oh, it was beautiful.
This is Kevin Parker's number 10 mini stock. Another car that had a lot of votes for it as far as one of the best cars in the pit. This car here, the number 70 car, won the Best Appearing Award in the mini sprint, Jason Gunnell. And this here is Brian Hawk's number 2 mini sprint. This is the old car that Terry Hall drove beginning of last year, so if you remember. This is Dennis Brantz's super stock. Again, another real neat car. New body on it.
Did a lot of hard work.
This is looks like this is Mark's late model here.
That's Mark Crow's car.
And Mark will be on in a few minutes, and again, they did an awesome job with that car, as they've done every year. And someone built a little model car. And this is a new car. This is a pure stock. This was our winner of our People's Choice Award, Tom Hodges. And just again, a real neat car. This is a pure stock. This is Sammy Cook's super stock, I believe, and it looks like a car.
Yeah, it was super, man. He did a great job.
Yeah, it turned out real neat.
These guys were polishing on them, and here's Sammy Barber.
That's another late model, and yeah, Sammy's. I think this is a brand new car that they just finished up. And this one here, I believe, is a super stock. It was once or twice into last season. It's the rookie driver this year. And this is Jason White's car from last year. His brother will actually be driving it this year. It'll be running for Rookie of the Year awards. This is Barry Belcher's mini sprint, I believe. He's the 2001 track champion. I'm sorry, 2000 track champion in the mini sprint. This is Gary Toller's mini stock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
I thought it's tough keeping up with these.
It is hard. It's
This is Ben Bray's mini stock.
Good-looking car.
Yeah, this is the car that Jeff Hodges built last year. And then this is the car that Jason White will be driving this year. That car was built by the THCC college students. And this is another mini stock, and the driver escapes me. Do you remember the driver on this one?
I don't remember right off. He's going to be running for Rookie this year, right?
This is Kendall Ramsey's pure stock. He was the Rookie of the Year in 2002 in the pure stock.
He also won the award for Best Appearance.
I can't think of who this driver is here.
I don't think nobody's ever seen this car before. He's got the P is actually for field pot, but the place in one comes to mind quite a bit.
This is Kenny Holcomb's mini stock. I believe this was the People's Choice Award in the mini stock division.
Yep.
This is Mr. Holt's All-American stock. He was the Rookie of the Year in All-American.
And won the award also for Best Appearance.
That's another car whose driver escapes me. This is, I believe, was a late model. The 27 car was the late model that ran up to Franklin County.
It was a limited car, yes.
And he's running it in super stock this year. This is Junior Evans' number 2 super stock. No motor in that car yet.
Had a real slick paint job.
As you can see, it's hard to keep up with all the cars we had out there. We had about 60 cars entered in the show, every shape, size you can imagine. That's Michael Carroll's super stock. He's moving up from the pure stock division. And we've got a lot of drivers moving up to super stocks this year.
And that's what that whole class was made for, correct? As far as the stepping stone,
the pure stock division, right. This is Chris Gammon's number 4 mini sprint.
Those mini sprints are really good looking when they're sitting out there clean.
Yeah. There's Terry Hall's the 8-ball car. Terry was our guest last Monday night.
Yeah, and that car also won the, was that the People's Choice? Or,
that was the judge winner. He's sponsored by the Wood Brothers Museum this year. Here's another one of our All-American stocks. I believe that's Mr. Mullins. This is Robert Underwood's All-American stock. As you can see, there were just cars everywhere.
Oh, yeah. You're doing a great job of keeping up with this, by the way.
I tell you, I'm starting to lose it here. I don't know who this car is.
This car was for sale, so we got good reason. This is Calvin Brooks' new super stock.
That's right. Look at that body on that thing. No bumpy cords or anything.
Calvin's got it going on this year, and there's Calvin's mini stock.
Yeah, Calvin's at least entered in 2 divisions this year.
Yeah, he don't. He gets ready for some racing. I think this is a brand new car also.
Yeah. This is Ernest Palmer's late model. Ernest is, what, 72 years old now?
72 years old.
He's planning to run a late model this year.
He's not going to be doing Rookie of the Year, that's for sure.
All right. We have a guest we're trying to get on the phone here. So
if you hear some mumbling in the background,
we're hoping we have a special surprise guest we're trying to get on the phone here.
And this guy right here, this is going to be a new car this year, right?
Yeah, there are already almost 10 rookies just in the mini stock division alone entered.
I mean, that's what I was so impressed with, is we had 60 cars up here, and a lot of these guys are just, brand new guys. It's their first year in Oak Level.
Paul Metter is going to be driving the 43 car in the All-Americans this year. This is one of the old-timers. Of course, I don't have to mention anything about that. So we had about 5 or 6 of the old-timers there, a couple of modified, several sportsman cars. This car here, Roy Parker's modified, which is a really neat car.
Oh, yeah.
It was the People's Choice Award in the vintage class.
I haven't. You tell me what this is.
That's an old coupe.
No, it's not a coupe, man. It's got one seat in the middle. I mean, it's
it's all modified.
It's not but like 3 feet wide.
That's a Ford Henry J or something, ain't it?
Yeah. That was another one of Parker's.
Yeah, you got some neat cars over there.
This is kind of a wide top right here. People were in and out all day. One time I looked out there, and they were on both sides of 220. It's just unbelievable park.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, we really were lucky with the weather, and all the drivers brought some neat cars out. Maybe we should go through some of the winners here while we're waiting. People's Choice Award in the late models is our guest tonight, Mark Crow. The Judge Award was Stanley Barber's car, which you saw up there. Either one of them were great choices. The Daniels Autoglass Super Stocks, Toby Chaney was the People's Choice Award in the C5 car. And the Judge Award was Eldred Lackey, who also won the Best Show Award. The Autotech Automotive Mini Stocks, Kenny Holcomb Jr. in the 44 car was the People's Choice. And Jason White's new number 4 car, the PHTC car, was the Judge Award. In the Jimmy Cyclosale Mini Sprints, Jason Gunnels won the People's Choice Award, and Terry Hall was the Judge Award. In the Mullins Custom Exhaust Pure Stocks, Tom Hodges was the People's Choice Award. Kendall Ramsey was the Judge Award. In the Auto Trader All-American stocks, Robert Underwood was the People's Choice Award, and Andy Holt was the Judge Award. And like we mentioned, Roy Parker and Mark Lewis were the winners in the vintage class. So all in all, I think we probably left out a few cars that easily were deserving for awards.
Yeah, that was a tough deal.
There's probably another 10 or 15 cars that could have been picked. So certainly it's by no means meant to slight the guys that didn't win. But everybody should be recognized for a great job, and it'd be cool to see these cars run this speed this week.
Oh yeah, it's going to be amazing. And a couple of these cars right here didn't make it to the footage. They were kind of late arrivals. Which Toby Chaney is one of them in the C5. Got a brand new Monte Carlo. It looks beautiful. And then of course Mark Lewis has had I guess it's an old coach.
It's an old coach. He runs with the Southern Vintage Modifieds, mostly on pavement. Right. And Mark's the owner of the Lucky Number 2 store up in Fork Mountain.
Right. And the $600 raised for the Bassett Rescue Squad, I mean, that was just great as far as, and that went to show how many people we had and up there to do that. And then, of course, if the people want to come out, if you want to see some good cars go around fast for free, this is the week to do it, right?
Yeah, our annual open practice there's no charge for grandstand admission. The pit admission is $10. And we basically let the cars run and practice as much as they want to. We just keep rotating them through until everybody's tired of running. And so there'll probably be 4 or 5 rounds of practice for each class. And it's open to any safe race car. So, we've had several visitors come down in the past from Natural Bridge, from different tracks to try out the track. It's a good opportunity to try it out. And I think we'll have a good field of cars, and the weather forecast right now looks real good.
Yeah, I think I saw the low was like mid-40s, which was what was the high today.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we could deal with that right there. What time does all that get started on Friday?
The gates open at 4:30. The drivers' meeting is at 6:45, and we'll start practicing at 7 o'clock, and we'll just keep practicing from then on. There will be concessions open there, so if folks need to come up and get a bite to eat, we'll have concessions available.
And definitely want to, if you're up to Oak Level this year, be sure and stop by the souvenir booth. You saw a few of their items last week here. They got a whole new array of hats and seat cushions and all kinds of stuff, so be sure and check that out and get your apparel there. Like Mike said, here in just a few minutes we're going to have Mr. Mark Crow come here. I think he brought his crew chief. I asked was he coming on, and he was going like this, and Mark was going like this, so I guess we'll take it from there. But and y'all be sure to, this is live call-in. Got any questions for Mike or myself, just call us at 647-9289. So we're going to take a small break right now, and when we come back, we will be talking with Mark Crow.
It's that time of year again. Come visit the exciting Oak Level Raceway. Family fun and entertainment every Friday night, starting April 11th. Come join the fun.
Welcome back, everyone. Just Racing here, and want to welcome to the show. And don't forget the phone lines are open, and we'll get some trivia going here in a minute. I got out of that last segment and forgot all about the trivia stuff, so we'll have to make up for it here in just a few minutes. But I want to welcome to the show now Mark Crow and Brian Fretweld, crew chief man.
Crew chief.
Brian says he wasn't coming in, but we got Brian up here anyway. How you doing, Mark?
Doing fine. I appreciate you and Mike having us on.
That's not a problem, but we're excited to get you up here, man. I'll tell you what, seeing your car at the show, just unreal. Y'all fix that in just a couple of days, or when did that project, when did you get started on that?
Probably a couple of weeks before the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was just kidding, and so y'all got busy, huh?
Yeah, we got busy. Took most of the winter off and got busy at the last minute.
I tell you, y'all did one super job. But one thing about the late models that I've noticed, and I know some of the people see them come in on a trailer and the sides are off of them and stuff, they're a little bit easier really to hang a body versus, I think it's harder to work on a super street or a stock car.
Yeah, they've made these late models to where you can, they have Zeus fasteners on them.
Mm-hmm.
You just take a screwdriver and pop the bodies right off of them in no time.
Mm-hmm.
And they made them where you can get in there to work on things.
That's great. Well, I should have known that, like Mike said, this phone call was going to come when I got Mark and them up here. So we're going to take just 1 second, Mark, here, and this is Mr. Mike Smith.
I don't know about the Mr. part.
We appreciate you calling in, Mike. Mike called in when he and I had talked about it, but he had a bad connection. So how's it going tonight, Mike?
Oh, just sort of heading on home for the evening.
Been down in the Carolinas, I understand.
Yeah. Actually, I was shopping. I wasn't working.
Oh, okay. Getting ready for, I don't guess you've been doing anything the last few weeks, have you?
Just sort of kick back, feet up on the table, that sort of thing.
Right, I understand that. Now we got some good stuff coming up here. I guess, it'll be a week from this Sunday, correct?
Well, actually, it starts a week from this Friday.
Friday.
W1 to pole day, the good qualifying day. That's a big time for everybody around here.
Right.
Then we go on Saturday the 12th, the Advanced Auto Parts 250 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. And then, of course, the big kahuna that Sunday, the old Virginia 500.
All right, and still, I hear it's sold out.
Not quite. We've still got tickets left for the Virginia 500, and we've got a few really good seats left, but every day that you wait to buy your ticket, you just sort of increase your chance of not being able to get one, because they are going pretty good. But like I said, we do have seats left for the Virginia 500, and of course for the Advanced Auto Parts 250, we don't sell that event out. There are plenty of good seats out there for $30.
Right. And the qualifying day, that's not advanced ticket sales, correct? You just come up to the gate on Friday.
That's $15 ticket, and it's a great day. You get to see 2 hours of cup practice, almost 2 hours of truck practice, and qualifying for both divisions.
And then they can do that and come on out to Oak Level right after qualifying, correct?
Oak Level after qualifying. You guys draw a lot of folks up there from our place.
Mm-hmm.
We're real grateful because it gives our fans something else to do on Friday night. I know a lot of the media. In fact, when I was in Bristol 2 weeks ago, I had a guy from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution come up to me. He was wearing his Oak Level hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he goes out of his way to make sure he comes to Martinsville every year so he can come up and see you guys go at it.
That's amazing. I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but did you watch the Texas race yesterday?
Watch some of it.
Some of it.
fell asleep and
That's
other things.
well, that answers my question. Then you fell asleep.
So you don't need to put me on the spot.
Okay, I won't put you on the spot, but that's.
I can pretty much guarantee you anybody watching the race at Martinsville isn't going to be able to fall asleep.
I guarantee it, and even think that they would want two races to watch follow the leader. I just don't understand. Mike, I appreciate you calling in. You're going to come be with us next Monday night, correct?
Let me know where, when, and how for, and all those good things.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to have you here next week, and we'll talk in a little bit more detail, and we certainly appreciate you calling in, buddy.
Okay, hey, when y'all open up next Friday night?
We got practice this Friday night, and our opening night is Friday the 11th.
What time you guys practice Friday night?
Yeah, the gates open at 4:30, and I think Mike says it's going to kick it off at 7.
Well, I'll see if I can't mosey on up there. The wife's out of town. They got no place to go, so we'll come up and do a little dirt race.
That sounds great, man.
Okay, take care, guys.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right, so, and I knew I'd hit the wrong button here, Roger. I figured it out. That's the first one tonight. All right, and that was Mr. Mike Smith from Monster Speedway. One of your favorite tracks also, right?
Yeah, that's a fun track to go over and play on.
Right. You're going to go over and play on. All right, but we'll get back to your deal here. Last time I had you on my show, and a lot of people knew that we did the show in Franklin County for the last few years. Last time I had you on, you pulled the double over at Oak Level. Was that one of your racing highlights?
Yeah, that was probably the biggest highlight I've had in my racing career. We were just real fortunate that night that things went our way where we were able to win both of them.
And for the ones that's not familiar with it, this happened more than 2 years ago. I guess it was 2 years ago.
Year before last.
Year before last, yeah. And you were running the super. We call them super stocks now, but they were super streets then, and you were running that full time for the points, correct?
Yes, sir. I was driving the Gator Trucking Super Street owned by Kevin Young, and then the late model, of course, was my own. And I got out of the Super Street, and we went into the late model feature and run them back to back and won back to back.
It was amazing. And I mean, this was just, you hadn't ran that many late model races up to this point either, had you?
Not really. I hadn't really run a full season, probably up until last year, and I didn't make all the races last year. We had a baby in June, so took a few weeks off when we had the baby.
That's work by itself, isn't it?
That's a joy.
That's a joy right on, man. And got a little racer on them? Is he going to be a little racer?
I think he is. He can really get it on his floor now. He's crawling around. You have to keep your eye on him. He's speedy.
And so what's the deal with Brian here? How long's Brian been with you?
Since day one.
Since day one.
Since day one. He is dedicated crew chief. Yeah.
And so, and you do race both dirt and asphalt. Are you involved with him in both ends of the deal?
Spotter for both of them.
Do you, so you're a hands-on guy on the car also?
Yeah.
So is this, even on this level, I know the Winston Cup level, how important the crew chief and the driver are. Is it very important on this level also, as far as you know what Mark wants?
Yeah, I think so. Radio is a whole lot of communication. We can talk back and forth, especially on the caution, and pretty much try to figure the car out, try to figure out what's going on, take a bunch of notes.
Right. And so let's go back to the beginning here, I guess. How long you been doing this, and what got you started?
Well, I had a good friend that invited me to start helping him back in '97, and I took 1 year and kind of went with him to the races. That would have been Sam Barber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started helping Sam, and he got me to fever. The following year, I bought his Super Street car, and he moved to late model. And I started out as a rookie, never drove a race car before until I drove a Super Street, and that was in '98.
Man, you covered a lot of tracks in a short period of time then, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been real fortunate to have run as many races as what I have.
And so then you had Brian right there. You got to have somebody to help you.
Yeah,
I got you going, I guess.
Yeah, he's been right there since day one, and it's not been many races that he has missed. be real important if he wasn't there.
Now, last year, I knew, like I said, you had the baby, and y'all just run a few limited races and did all that. So this year, you got different sites and different goals for what the race team plans on doing?
Well, for now, we plan on running, full season. Depends on how it starts out. If it starts out kind of bad, it's kind of easy to fall off your way to wanting to run a full season. But that's our plans as of now, to try to run a full season.
And this,
You don't tie up too much.
well, I'll tell you what, last year, I really thought you had a race won up there. And I think you probably felt pretty good about it. Do you think you had it won, Brian?
Oh, yeah.
He was rolling, man.
Yep.
And something let loose in the motor.
Yeah, we had dropped the number of valve in the number 3 cylinder. And, of course, once the valve dropped out, it didn't do the piston any good. So it locked the motor up. And Jay Foley and the crew up at Foley's Racing Engines went back to the motor and fixed the problems, I hope, and got us another power plant in there.
So when you get down to, you just got this car right here, so you really didn't have no mentor or whatever, nobody to tell you how to do it? Or because one thing I can say about you is, and I've watched a lot of races up there, you run the line different than anybody else I've ever seen up there. And it seems to work for you. And I've seen guys try to mimic you and it didn't happen. They couldn't do it.
Well, I don't know. I just do my thing. It's the only thing I can just go try to figure out what the car is doing. If it's not working low, try it high. Not working high, try it low.
But it just seems like you just really entered the corner in a whole different attitude and direction than everybody else up there. And especially the practice last year when you got down there, and I mean, you was just carrying your front wheel all the way around. And these late models are so sensitive to any kind of adjustments too. I guess that would have been my question from getting out of the super street into the late model and without any experience. You just learn it. They say most of the time you got to wreck them before you learn them. Is that how you learn it?
Most of the time, if anybody would ever ask me for advice, especially a new driver, I would say you don't learn the limit until you spin it out. First thing to do, go out, spin it out, then back up a notch.
Right. and hopefully you can do that one move without totaling the car.
Yeah, you gotta know your limits. I've been there many a times and went over the limit. I've drove over my head several times. You just have to take that and learn from it.
Now you last year I think you got hooked up with Jimmy Mullins and had a chance to go run in Taco Bell race over at Martinsville on asphalt. Now was this your first asphalt experience?
Was my second. Last year we had went to Taco Bell. I had my own car and we tried to go over and make the field. We qualified 31st the first year I went over there, and we weren't running a heat race, and was in the 5th position, and on the last lap there we got kind of bumped out of the way, so we didn't make the field the first trip, but this past Taco Bell we was fortunate enough to race our way in the field.
Okay, we're going to go to the phones now. And welcome to Just Racing. Hey.
Hey, Mark, this is Tanya. How you doing?
All right.
I'm trying to get Zachary to talk to you.
Oh, hey there, Zachary.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hope you do good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is Mark your favorite race car driver?
Yes.
He is.
Number one thing.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
See you later, Mark.
Thank you. You always
Thank you
count
for
on
calling.
Zachary being in the stands waving.
and knows the racing end of the deal too, huh?
He can name those drivers. He knows who's who.
Now, this thing you're getting into the asphalt deal, and you said you had your car, and then did you get a lot of, what helped you from that deal? You know, you're talking about you give advice to some people that, did Jimmy help you out in that situation?
Oh yeah, he's been really great. He helped us, set the car up, and then once we get to the track, help us troubleshoot it, kind of give you tips on what lines to run and, kind of how to go about getting around there the quickest. So he's, all of them's been great help. Jimmy and Pete and Nick and the whole crew, they don't think nothing of jumping in there and helping you anytime you need it.
You seem to adapt to the situation pretty quick. What was that deal, Brian? Did you go in there like, man, I don't know?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it was a whole different ball game for me. It's like night and day, but like I say, that's a big learning experience also. Just can't back it down the corner and slide it around. You just slow down. So, like I say, it's different.
And from what I understand on the asphalt deal, tire technicians is such a big thing. And you don't really, even though they do increase a little bit on the dirt as far as the tire pressure or something, it's really a big situation on tire pressure and asphalt, correct?
Yep, exactly.
Dirt is a lot like asphalt in a way. The tires, they do make a difference. So even if you're running dirt, you kind of need to stay up on your tire game, especially if you have a car that's real aggressive on the tires. You can't abuse them. You kind of have to keep up with what they're doing and treat them with respect and not to abuse the tires. So you need them there for the end.
Right. So you can tell when they go away, especially.
Yeah, you can use them up on dirt pretty much like you can asphalt. Sometimes it's not as quick. Asphalt naturally, you would use them a lot more, but dirt, you still have to watch your tires.
I guess that's what kind of surprised me with you on asphalt, from the way that you approached the corner on the dirt car. If you even attempted that on the asphalt, that you would probably wear out your tires in 10 laps.
Well, I have hung the asphalt car out a time or two there. Not meaning to, but it just happens.
Do you think that your dirt track experience really helped your situation with the asphalt, especially at Martinsville where the corners are so tight?
Yeah, I'm for any type of racing. Put me in anything I would try to learn, and I would like to learn just about any kind of racing, because I think you can learn a little bit from all types of racing to help you from week to week.
Right.
May not be, all about tires or anything like that, but you can learn from every kind of racing pretty much to gather the information and help you out.
What do you prefer? You like your dirt or the asphalt?
Dirt is made for racing. Asphalt is for getting there.
That's the right answer, man. I'll tell you what. That's I can tell you, know what you want, and then that's good too. And we got another call here, and just racing.
I was wondering why y'all having all these races, but y'all ain't having any car races.
Any car races?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like, where all different kind of cars get together and then they race at any time.
You talking about what they used to have in Franklin County?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have an answer for that, I don't guess. Our the starter division for the Oak Level Raceway is the All-Americans, and it just takes a regular car, but it's got to have safety stuff in it and everything. But any ones I ever seen up there at Franklin County were out of control, so I don't really call it racing.
Well, all right, then. Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
All right.
Which we do have a demolition derby coming up this year, so that ought to be amazing. Is this the only thing you ever been in? Is either the Super Street or the late models?
Yeah. I started out in the Super Street and went to the late models, and then I had the chance to run the late model stock on asphalt. So basically, those three types of cars.
Y'all planning on going back this year?
Don't have anything worked out right now. If the opportunity comes, I would like to be there.
It takes quite a bit of money to do this race, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to have some good sponsors and help to go over there, unless you got a lot of deep pockets, what I don't have.
You like a dry track, sticky track?
I like a track with some grip in it. I like a wet, tacky track.
Now, how long did it take out? From what I understand, I still don't know that I understand the whole system, but this 4-bar situation on these dirt cars it's pretty detailed on setting up, isn't it, Brian?
Right. That's a whole new ball game. We're still learning. I mean, you turn one thing, you can change 10 things on the car. I mean, it's a whole lot to it. It's just a learning process. It takes time.
Yeah. I mean, because actually, if you wanted to, y'all could turn it in where y'all could pull both wheels off the ground, probably.
Right.
It's just, and Mark already carries one around. One thing about it, you can probably don't use one left front tire the whole season.
That one don't usually wear quite as bad as the rest of them.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Mark. We got 3 questions here. All of my guests get 3 questions. You got to answer 3 questions.
Oh, me.
You think you can do that?
I may can. I'll give it a shot.
All right. Well, we're going to make it tough on you now, okay? All right. Where did you finish in the points at Oak Level last year?
9th, I believe.
That is correct. All right. This is all about you, okay?
Okay.
Now we're going to see. All right. Where did you finish in Taco Bell race last year?
Oh, let's see. I believe it's 21st or 2nd, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Which one is it?
I think it's 21st.
21st. That is correct, man. You're doing good. You're doing real good. All right. This is going to be the last question. Who won the Taco Bell race last year?
Frank Denny Jr.
He did good, man. What can I do? I'll tell you what. I tried to get you on some of this stuff, man. But you'd be surprised how many people. You keep up all your stats real good, right?
No, I don't. I'm guilty.
How many wins do you have?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
I don't know either. That was just out of the blue. So
I haven't kept up with it.
See, somebody that don't know how many wins they got, they won a whole lot of races.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say I won a lot, but I've won a few.
I can always tell people how many races I won. That's not a problem. I won't never forget that. Brian, you got any last words, bud?
No.
Brian is kind of quiet. Is he quiet on the radio?
Not when he gets excited.
Not when he gets excited. He's up on it then, right?
He's up on his wheel then.
Yeah.
He's telling me how to drive that thing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I hope that the body stays on there. Everything works good for y'all. So I'm sure you got a brand new, fresh engine ready to go.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Jay Foley with Foley's Performance Engine. Him and James Kaiser putting another power plant in. I hope we stay together, keep the fenders clean.
Good deal. You got any sponsors like that?
Yeah. First of all, of course, B&B Trucking. I've got Steve Martin Trenching, D&J Machine Shop, GR Chevrolet, Gator Trucking, Adams Grocery and Hardware, and Daniel's Auto Glass.
All right.
And then I'd like to thank my decal guy, Randy Joyce. He's out of Walnut Cove. I think he's done a real fine job on my decals this year, so I'd like to thank him.
All right, let's take this last phone call here. And welcome to Racing.
I just wanted to tell Mark that I hope he has a good race and everything, and good practice on April the 4th, and wish him the best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right. Y'all come on up and check it out. Mark, we're just about out of time, bud. I thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Brian,
Mike, for having us on.
And we'll be watching for you in the number 21. You can't miss it. It's all that's in the show. Super good-looking late model. I promise when we get back, we're going to give away some of this stuff. So we're going to have y'all get right there on the telephone, and we're going to make this thing happen. And we will be right back. Don't go away. back, everyone. We got Mike back up here on. We're gonna put him on the spot here. We're gonna put you on the spot, Mike. No, I'm not. I don't have any questions for you, man. I'm not gonna put you on the spot. So don't get all. You got all fidgeted in your chair already. But I do apologize on this trivia stuff. I should have been on my game on this deal right here. We got people want to win this stuff here. So we got. I got some simple questions. Most time, like I said, we try to keep it simple. Try to just win one time per month for our household, and please pick up your prizes 5 days. Rodney says that certainly wasn't a problem. So y'all was up here the next day. All of my Winston Cup questions are modern era questions, which is 1972 and up. So we'll just kick it off. We'll probably can use this one for everything we give away. It's there have been 6 first-time winners at Martinsville Speedway. Ricky Craven was the last one to do it. He won his very first Winston Cup race at Martinsville Speedway. If you can name one of the 5 others that won their very first race at Martinsville Speedway, we will give you a prize. And Mike's got all kinds of good stuff here. And let's see here. Just racing. Jeff Bodine is one of them. Who do we have on the phone?
Tanya Hall.
Tanya? You don't get any prizes.
Why do you say that?
I'm just picking at you. Let's see here, Tanya. I don't know what to give you here.
I'm not picky.
You're not picky? Okay, how about Mike, you pick out the prize. I'll put you on the spot, bro.
I'll get her something later.
Okay, we'll get you something later.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right, thank you for watching.
You bet.
And Tanya, for people who don't know, she is the wife to our flagman there. We appreciate everybody out there watching. Now, Jeff Bodine is one of them. It's going to be, you have to go on back there for one of these guys that I know of anyway. Just racing.
Yeah, what's the question?
Bless you.
Well, you just have to take a guess at it.
Yeah. First time, they won the very first Winston Cup race at Martinsville. It's 6
Darrell
people.
Walton.
Nah, that's not one of them. Thank you for watching. I think Darrell won his first one in either Bristol or Nashville. I'm not real sure here. Just racing.
How about Morgan Shepherd?
Morgan Shepherd is one of them. Who do we got on the phone?
This is Darrell Watkins.
Darrell Watkins. How'd you know that, Darrell?
I go way back.
You go way back?
Yeah, I remember seeing him do that.
That was 1981.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, he sure did it there. You ever been up to Oak Level, Darrell?
Actually, I never have.
Really?
Yep.
Well, how about we'll give you a couple passes and you come up there on those then?
That'll work.
All right, we're going to have you up there. You need to try to come up there, and we'll put your name on these tickets right here, and we'll have you up there opening night.
Okay, where I'll pick those up at?
Here at Channel 21,
Okay.
right in Collinsville.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, brother.
Thank y'all.
All right. So we're going to get Darrell up here. Okay, we still got 3 more people here, so y'all can be calling in if you want to. We got Mr. Darrell. Just racing.
There could be John Andretti.
Nope. No. All right. Good guess.
He won his first one in Phoenix.
Yeah, in Phoenix. That's exactly right. Yep, won his very first one out there, and which he was driving with Richard Petty at the time, I think.
The Phoenix or Talladega? Now I'm starting to guess.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a flat track. I don't even know if he's won at Talladega.
I think Bobby Hamilton won in Phoenix for Richard Petty.
He did. He did do that. Just racing.
Hey,
Hey.
just because I don't like him, I'm going to guess Rusty Wallace.
No, but that is a good guess, though. Rusty won his first one at Bristol.
Well, this is sad. Well, if he never won.
Well, we appreciate you watching the show anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Just racing.
What about Lake Speed?
Nope. I think the only one he ever won was Darlington.
Darlington.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you calling, bud.
Okay.
Just racing.
Earl Ross.
Earl Ross is one of them. That's the one that I said, ain't nobody going to get this one. Earl Ross was the first one to do it, 1974. Who do we have on the phone?
Darrell's wife.
Darrell's wife. Obviously, y'all didn't listen to the rules.
No, we just turned young.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, but we try to keep it so we can spread it out over or whatever.
That's fine. Just give them to the next person. Can I give them away to the next person?
Can you give them away to the next person?
Yeah.
Mike, can I give them away to the next person?
No one else will
How about we'll throw you in a koozie just for you doing your thing, okay?
That's fine.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
We'll put the tickets inside there.
Okay.
All right,
That'll work.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Just Racing?
Is Bobby Hamilton one of them?
Nope. No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he won his first in Phoenix.
Yeah. And
Pretty sure.
those guys, you know all those guys, because you raced at Phoenix, didn't you? Sitting here beside a legend, man. That's a super track, man.
But I get confused. Yeah, they're tearing it down and redoing the turn 2.
Oh, man, they can't be messing with that track. Just Racing.
Could be reburn?
No, I'm not saying but like I said, my questions are in the modern era, which is from 1972 and up. Now, I know he won in, 49 or something?
Okay, E.C.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just Racing.
How you doing, bud?
All right.
All right, man. How about Ricky Craven?
Now, that was one that I already gave y'all. Take another guess, man.
Take another guess. How about Kurt Busch?
Nope.
Anybody?
All right, man.
Man,
Kurt won his first one at Bristol, man. That's unreal to drivers that won their first race at Bristol. But we do have a
You want to ask a different question?
well, like I said, yeah, this one, because this one can go on into next week as far as that goes. Just Racing?
John Andretti.
No.
Dave Marcus.
Dave Marcus is one of them. And he hung up on himself. Sorry about that, bud. Just Racing?
Tony Stewart.
Nah, it wasn't Tony.
All right.
Thank you. What'd you have, Mike? Go ahead. We can get him off of this one, and we'll save it, man.
I was going to ask Mark what his first track championship was, if any of the viewers know what it was. You have to tell us if it's right or wrong, Mark.
Just Racing?
All right, it's Ellis Statler.
No,
Was the Wood brothers.
no, he just won one race, and that's at Bristol. That's the only race he's won so far. Thank you for calling.
Right.
Just Racing?
hey, man, how about Fireball Rob?
No.
Oh, there you go.
No.
All right, appreciate it.
All
All
right.
right, so let's move on to a new
Yeah,
question.
we're
I think
gonna-
this one's getting kind of
Exactly.
worn out.
We're dragging it out, but y'all can do your research on this stuff and check it out. What's your question?
My question was, what was Mark's first track championship?
What year?
What year, what track, what class?
All right, let's see.
I don't know the answer to it, Mark, but I assume you got one.
Don't know. You got the answer to Just Racing?
Hey, man, it's me again.
You again?
Yeah. Well, see, I give y'all Dave Marcus. I'll let y'all have that one. I'm going to say 82.
What? It confused me, but I know what he's saying. His answer is 82 to Mark, from your question for Mark.
I think I heard Mark say he started racing in 98.
Yeah, 97, I think.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Hey, thanks for calling, bud. Just Racing? Yes.
Hey, Brody, how you doing?
Hey, brother, what's up?
Hey, I know who the other man is, Harry Gant.
Harry Gant is one of them, Brody. What's been going on, man?
How much? What you doing?
You gonna get a car put together?
Put together, buddy.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready, but I ain't got nothing put together.
You got. Well, you know, we're talking about that pure stock deal, man. We can always use some more cars in the pure stock division. Last time I talked to you.
Well, maybe I can get Ronnie to retire next year, man.
Get him to retire and do that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Let's see you.
Okay, Steve.
Well, I think that's probably it for our trivia segment.
Yeah, I believe that's done about eat it up here. We're gonna let's take this very last call here, and
Yes, sir. Will be Benny Parsons?
nope.
Okay, appreciate it.
We're going to continue that part of it next week, and we certainly appreciate it. I love when the phone lines are ringing. That means you guys out there watching. But we're getting so close to the clock here, we're going to have to start wrapping some things up here. Mike got a whole lot of big events going on. I will let you take it.
Yeah, well, we've talked enough about the practice this Friday. Of course, our opening race is April 11th. As Mike Smith mentioned from Martinsville Speedway, there's plenty of time to go down there Friday afternoon and make it back up to Oak Level Friday night. Want to thank Mark for visiting with us today, and we're hoping we'll have a real good season this year. The other thing I wanted to mention was thanks to all the folks who've stopped by and mentioned that they've seen the show, and if folks have ideas of things they'd like to see, that certainly they can let either E.C. or myself know, and we'll see if we can't accommodate them. We're getting really anxious the race season starts. We have some action to talk about.
Yeah.
And we got a couple little promotions we're going to do during the season as far as things like race. We're going to do a race of the week, so we're going to televise one race each week. It might be heat race some weeks. It might be a feature other weeks. So once the racing season gets started, we'll be showing a little bit of racing footage each week. And we're going to be talking about you and I will be nominating some Hard Charger of the Week award,
right.
And that'll be a fictitious award, just the warm feeling of knowing that E.C. and I happen to notice you charging out there.
That we saw you doing something right, but that's exactly right. And like I said, there's a whole lot of new things. This is just our second show. We're learning. We're certainly hearing you guys out there. We appreciate your phone calls and telling everybody. You can always get in touch with me at E.C.Hundley at adelphia.net. Which, by the way, Adelphia fixed my internet. It's not working this afternoon. Mike can go on the website, the Oak Level, and get in touch with you.
Yeah, you can. www.oaklevelraceway.com, and there's links to email, and there's also phone numbers. There's all kinds of information up there. We've got some pictures from the car show up there, as well as the results, and we welcome you to check it out.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, I believe the old picture's down there at the end of it. And once again, Mike, I certainly appreciate you coming on and talking. It looks like it flew by tonight, and I do apologize to my viewers one more time about the trivia. I got to start that earlier, man. We ran out of time almost.
Well, at least I get the answers right, and we'll move quickly.
There you go. Okay, so they got to do the research, man. It's easy. It's out there. I could tell you what my sources are, and one of my deals is going to be to Stump E.C. That's going to be one of our new segments coming up here in the next few weeks. But I know we got to get out of here. I want to thank Mark Crow once again for coming on, him and Brian Fretwell, the crew chief. Mike Smith, as always, my producer, Roger, and I'm E.C.Hundley. We'll see you here next week on Just Racing.